Alright guys, what is up? I hope you're all doing fantastically right now. And this is Automation, the car company tycoon game. I have no idea how I did not know about this game until only a couple of days ago. But now that I know about it, now that I bought it, oh my goodness. This is the ultimate game for car enthusiasts. Forget about Forza, forget about Gran Turismo, forget about Need for Speed. This is it, in combination with BeamNG.drive, which I'm going to be talking about later. Today, the goal is going to be building my truck in this game. I have a 2001 Toyota Tacoma V6. It has a 5VZFE engine. That's a 3.4 liter, 90 degree. And so basically, what automation does is it lets you literally build cars from nothing. You start from scratch and you work your way up from there. And so that's what I'm going to be doing in this video here today, and hopefully you guys enjoy watching it. I would highly recommend that you guys go check this game out because it is so cool, so fun. One of the most awesome things about it is once you finish building a car, you can export it to BeamNG.drive and drive it in there, and all the physics and everything are set up, and it's super, super cool. Let's get into it. So you're going to go to sandbox mode. There are other modes right now. Going to click down here on new model. It'll load, and then you get this list of body types that you get to select from. And these body types go way, 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 way far back, all the way to 1940. Obviously, my truck is a 2001, so we're going to look for a truck body from around that time period. 03 looks a bit too new. Let's take a look at 90s vehicles, because the Tacoma first came out in the 90s. Getting into the 80s, that's a bit far. That's a bit too old, I think. Might be able to work with that 85 pickup. We'll see. No, I think we're going to go with one of these newer 2003 trucks. I'm going to go for this one because I have the extra cab model, just like is shown there. No, but no, this is the one we're going to go for. Once you have what you want, you then click to this arrow, and then just like that, you're in this screen where you get to choose what you are going to build your vehicle out of. I'm pretty sure body panels on my vehicle are just treated steel. So you click on that, and then you get to choose a chassis type. I'm going to do a light truck. I'm pretty sure that's what I have. Frankly, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure that's a reasonable guess. This looks a lot like what my vehicle looks like on the underside. I'm going to go for we'll do galvanized steel, I guess. And we're going to do a front longitudinal. That's for front-wheel drive and four-wheel drive setups. If you're going to do all-wheel drive, or no, rear-wheel drive and four-wheel drive setups. If you're going to do all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive, you do transverse. Front suspension, I'm pretty sure I have double wishbone. I think I may have MacPherson's actually. Yeah, I do. Yeah, okay. And then rear suspension, I've got solid axle leaf springs, which, as you can see, that is reflected back here in the back. Pretty awesome. The quality settings, basically that's just if you want your car to be super low or super high. You can leave it just in the middle. It works great for most vehicles. And now we get to design our engine. Here we have like an engine rig, jig kind of thing, and we get to set it up. So we're going to do a 90-degree V engine 6. The 5VZFE has a cast iron block, and it's a 3.4 liter. The bore is 3.68 inches. Let's try and reflect that. And the stroke is 3.23. So now we got a 3.4 liter. I do have dual overhead cams with 4 valves per cylinder. And there you go. Now it's looking a lot like my vehicle. I believe I have aluminum DOHC heads. And I do not have variable valve lift. The crank, well, I actually don't. It's a cast crank. Okay. The connecting rods are also cast. You can do heavy duty cast, but they limit your revs quite a bit, so I don't really mess with them, and everything has been fine with that so far. The pistons themselves, I'm gonna say that they are probably cast. So, and then it lets you set up engine families and vehicle families, so it's very, very cool with that. I do have an injection. It's multi-point. And I honestly have been kind of confused by how this setup works. Obviously that looks the most like my intake manifold, however, I'm fairly sure that I do not have a single fuel injection point and that it is per cylinder. But that looks like it's per cylinder though. But then when you do this, it has like a weird carb setup, even though I'm on fuel injection. Each cylinder has its own throttle. Okay, that's definitely not the case. So I think a single. Oh, okay, I see now. I only have a single throttle body, so we're gonna go with that. That's not. That has nothing to do with where the fuel injection is going in. That's the throttle body. Okay, good to know. This game has taught me a lot, so pretty cool. We're just gonna use a regular fuel type, and let me see. Oh wait, there it is. 9.6 to 1. We're not there quite yet. I don't mess with fuel mixture or ignition timing until later. RPM limit, I believe it's at 5,600. So we're gonna put that there. I have cast log headers, disgusting as they are. Hopefully we can get it to where that's a realistic reflection of the vehicle. I have no bypass valves. It is a 2.5 inch. That's more like 2.25. So we'll start with that. If we have to go bigger, we can. I definitely have a catalytic converter. What's going on with that? Oh, leaded. There you go. Just regular fuel. I'm pretty sure I just have plain two-way cats, but not really sure. First muffler, none. There's no resonators on this vehicle. And I just put a Flowmaster 40 series on there, so we're going to do a baffled second muffler. We have engine knock. So that is an indication of an issue in something back here. So what I like to do is I like to start with the fuel mixture and adjust that. There you go. Knocking is fixed. And now we're going to tweak this for max power. Looks max power and torque. This engine's from the 5 FE is rated for 190 horsepower and 210 pound-feet. We're pretty close with the torque right now. Not quite as close with the actual. Then you can also adjust the ignition timing. Let me start losing power. Oh, all the way down. That's not what I wanted. So we're getting pretty close. RPM limit, I'm just going to leave that. Aspirations, naturally aspirated. Cam profile, we can adjust that, see if we can get the power to change. Well, we're getting the power up, but we're also killing the torque. If we bump the exhaust diameter up, we do start knocking again. That's interesting. I have had to go to three-way cats before. It's knocking even more. Now we're making too much torque. 2.15, or 215, 216, 173 horsepower. We're getting there. We're getting there. Ignition timing. Get a little more torque. That starts dropping power. Oh, the other thing I have done before is switch to short cast headers. And that's, yeah, there we go. Now we're making enough power. So now if I put a two-way cat back on, I find that cast log headers just end up making your engine unrealistic. Short cast make engines very realistic, though, as you guys can see. We're making, our peak torque is 212 pound-feet, and our peak horsepower is 196. We're making a little bit more horsepower. We can go back to the cam profile and adjust that accordingly, though, and I think we can get it very, there you go, just like that, guys. And it's supposed to hit peak torque at 3600 stock. So we're making peak torque a little bit earlier, and I'm not actually making enough torque. Let's see if we can fix that. Fuel mixture. Maybe if we do a smaller exhaust, we can boost the torque. Drop the power, go back to the cam profile, and we start getting more torque, more power. There we go. And 218. I'm gonna take that at 3,500 RPM. That's exactly the same. And then peak power is 197. So we're making a bit more power than stock, but that might be an indication of the baffled muffler. I don't know. With a reverse flow, that's pretty close. So that's pretty sick. We have a bit of restriction caused by the exhaust, and then you can test the engine. You can do an automatic testing. So let's go ahead and listen to that. Sounds like my truck. That doesn't sound like my truck. It sounds almost like a VQ. We can do manual testing now. Starts up, and we can set the RPMs. Yeah, I definitely don't have that VQ sound when I rev it, but down low it sounds pretty close. Alright, so that's awesome. So now we're going to go on and design the actual body of the car. So obviously we're making a truck. And this truck is way too long in the actual cab part, way too short in the bed. So we're gonna lengthen. My bed's not quite that long, but we're gonna shorten this up here if we can. We're gonna try. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I do have fender flares on mine, so I'm gonna flare the fenders a little bit. They are the factory fender flares. They're not like Some kind of aftermarket over fender weirdness. I wouldn't do that. Hood is definitely not that high. It definitely does have a bit more of a drop to it. Kind of more like that shape. And yeah, I think that's a pretty, move this a little taller. Yeah, that's a pretty good Tacoma. The rest of this gets really, really grindy, so I'm going to go ahead and time-lapse it. Or, well, the designing's really grindy, so I'm going to time-lapse that, but when we get to actually working on the drivetrain and suspension, I will get back to you guys. Alright, I think as far as styling goes, that's definitely not bad. It could be a lot worse. Drivetrain, it's obviously going to be a longitudinal rear-wheel drive. Plain old automatic. I actually don't know how many speeds are in my automatic. Shame on me. 4-speed. Surprise, surprise. Top speed's probably around 110, so well, might as well set it there. Let it go 111. I have open diff. Rip me. And leave the quality the same. Wheels, I have radials. Right now, I do not have off-road tires on it, so hard long life is what we're gonna do. And I know that these rims have some offset, the ones that I have, but I do know that they're the same front and back, so that looks too big. 260, we'll go 255 front back. They are 17-inch rims. Tires are a bit bigger. Wow, this must be a huge truck. Like the model itself. Definitely not as small as I had anticipated. And I have alloy wheels right now. So up front, I have solid discs. Pretty sure they are 2-piston. Looks like we're just going to guesstimate. And I'm going to guesstimate that they are 12 inches. That looks about right. And the back, I have drum brakes. Rip. Those are not that small. We'll go for 12 inches there as well. Pad type, I'm going to leave it, see what it says. Put an off-road skid tray on it, because I do have, not a full one, but I do have a skid plate. Cooling airflow and brake airflow, I'm going to leave all the same. Seats, I only have 2 in the back, like that. The bench, and up front I got it like that. And it's, I'd say I have a standard basic CD. Pretty good. Driver aids, I have hydraulic steering. I think I just have ABS. Don't think I have traction control. Safety, basic 2000s. I guess standard 2000s. I do have some airbags. Suspension, I believe, are blue. I don't know actually. Gas monotube. I don't know. I'm just gonna guess, and hopefully it doesn't make a huge difference. I don't think I have off-road sway bars. I don't. Well, I'm just gonna leave it on passive. And it is a pre-runner, so it does have off-road suspension. So I'm just gonna put on the off-road preset, and we'll see how it goes. Testing looks pretty good. I wish I could. Wait, no. What's the right height? 16. That's maxed. Okay. Man, I really wish I could make the Now I'm going to make the tires a little bigger. They're not the right size right now. It just... Yes, I don't actually have 18-inch wheels, but it just doesn't look right. That looks better. Engine is underpowered for the car's weight. How much does it weigh? Rear tires are wide for the chosen tire compound. Loading carry. Decrease the rear tire width. It's the exact same as the front one. It's all the same problem still. Engine's underpowered. Whatever. How much does it weigh? 4,713 pounds. Yeah, that is not accurate. Maybe I selected the wrong wheelbase. Well, guys, I'm going to go back and save some weight with carbon fiber body panels and extremely light steel. There you go. Now we're not underpowered. How much do we weigh now? 3,500. That's probably pretty close. Great. So then you can look at the design, mark as you want to sell it in. Obviously, I'm not selling this actually because I'm not in campaign mode. You can look at the stats. Terrible handling brakes, no surprises there. This isn't drivability. Sportiness, yeah, I'm not surprised. Comfort, yeah, well, that's not too bad. Prestige, yeah. Safety, and practicality. Apparently I'm not very capable. Chassis is not very practical. Utility's also not good, that's interesting. And it's not going to be good off-road either. Well, we'll see how it is in BeamNG.drive. This is the track. It's actually in BeamNG right now. I'm gonna go ahead and hop in. Vehicle is Tacoma Pre-Runner SR5 V6, and the engine is the VZ and 5VZ-FE. Save it, and then it says you can export to Beam from here. I found that it causes it to crash when you do that, so not gonna do that. Gonna go to the next. Can't go to close. And now in my list of vehicles, I'm gonna click here on my Tacoma Pre-Runner SR5 V6. Click Export Car to BeamNG.drive. It's gonna load, and I'm gonna say plug in BeamNG.drive and export. All right, guys. Now in BeamNG.drive, hit play. Go to free roam, and actually not going to do the automation test track. I am going to do the generic grid map because it has a wide variety of different things, and we're going to start on the dirt path, see how it does just for some pre-running stuff. Now we are ready to go. There she is. I love the hanging exhaust tip. It does sound a bit like a 350Z, but cool. Put it in drive, reset the camera, and see how she does. Actually, I'm going to change the camera that I'm in as well. Oh, it's bouncy. Very bouncy. Well, in its current state, it wouldn't be a very good pre-runner, it appears. Not really very stable. Though it does feel pretty planted, actually. All things considered. Yes, I did cheat with lightness, but that's because the default weight for this thing was just insane. That was not a little out of control. So there you go. Don't go 90 miles an hour in this truck. Yep. Looks like I would get thoroughly stuck. Maybe put it in low. Classic Jeremy Clarkson approach. Yeah, there you go. Power does work. Well, actually, that went better than I expected. We do have pretty good clearance up. This thing actually, I'm shocked at how close it is to how this thing drives in real life. I really am. Let's go to the automation test track and check out how we do on their rally course, so I can get an idea of how good it is for pre-running just in its current state. In And here we have the rally circuit. That's the off-road circuit. This is the rally. What's the difference? Not really sure. I'm gonna run the rally first, then we'll do the off-road later. Yes, look at that BeamNG.drive. Open diff lift. Get up to speed real quick. No traction. Okay, that was a fail. Don't need to repeat that. Okay, so this is not a fast corner type of vehicle in its current state. Gosh, okay. I wonder if a locking differential or a limited slip differential would improve this, or if it would just be the same. But honestly, we don't have bad speed. It's not bad. I'll drive like this for a bit. Alright, let's try that again. Take it nice and slow. Off-road is not about speed. Except on the hills, that's about speed. Another corner coming up. Take it nice and easy. Look at that. Bit of momentum. Oh, well, there we go. And the front div hit. But honestly, I'm not really sure I want a locking rear diff. I definitely cannot do that. Good thing I didn't go that way. But so far, I'm definitely getting a definite, this is a pre-runner vibe from this vehicle. Well, that's how Toyota branded it. Probably rightfully so. Man, that VQ sound is just so wonderful. Oh gosh. That is not very good, I have to say. Wow, that isn't even close to being bottomed out. That's kind of interesting. When are we back on it? Man, if my truck is don't know if it's quite this exciting to drive around. Yeah, it definitely doesn't seem. Burnout? I don't think I can do a burnout. Granted, I haven't tried, but I also don't really want to. That's a pretty awesome skid, though. Gotta say, there's a skid pad right here. Let's see how well we can swing it. But that's okay, it's not a drift car. It's a daily driver. We're just seeing what it could do, depending on how well I built it too. Of course, a bunch of other different things. You know. Let's go see how she does on the hills. Quite well crossing that little off-road bit. That was cool. It's a struggle, that's for sure. Just driving up curves, it's pretty good. Let's go. I feel like that's almost exactly how my truck drives, which is incredible. And with that, guys, if you did enjoy the video, please go ahead and leave a like on it and subscribe to my channel for more awesome automotive content. Normally, I make how-tos, real-life stuff, vlogs, that kind of thing. But because this game was so awesome, I just had to kind of bring attention to it and let all the automotive enthusiasts out there know about this fantastic game. Automation is $30, BeamNG.drive is $25. Both games are awesome. I highly recommend them. BeamNG has some of the most realistic physics of any driving game, period. And Automation has the most in-depth car customization and tuning you could possibly find in a game. So yeah, awesome games, both of them. Highly recommend both. And yeah, peace out, guys.